Are you okay? Okay. Hey, everybody. I wanted to do a reading, or I was inspired to do a reading last night on those who, because we're all at a different point in the journey. It's not like everybody's coming into union right now. But this Scorpio energy, like a lot of truths are coming out, and things that were once hidden are coming to the surface. Having said that, some of the truths are really hard to take. So it's making some of the masculines kind of run and hide a little bit. It's like they come out of, they realize a deep truth, then they retract because the truth scares them in a way. It's like, well, sometimes the truth just scares you. So I've been hearing if you know, there are a lot of unions. If you're watching my Instagram channel, or if you're following me on there, then you're seeing there are a lot of unions coming together at this time. And by unions, that means that this person that you love is finally starting to stop ghosting you, and they're interacting with you, and they're taking you out, and they're actually, things are starting to balance out between you guys. It's starting to become more, I guess you could say, normalized. You guys are actually able to talk to each other. It's not such a big deal, and things are going forward for you guys nicely. Union can also mean that, to me, in my own definition, I feel like union can also just be being on the same page as someone. So, you know, you and your twin flame might be in union because in the way that you guys have decided you're going to be friends, or you've decided that this is all, you're working together to support each other in life, but you're not wanting to be like romantically partnered at this time. That would be union to me too. Like just kind of working together, being on the same page, and agreeing to the terms in a sense, you know. So anyway, those that aren't coming into union, I've been hearing some situations where the feminine isn't putting up with the ill behavior of the masculine anymore, and they're kind of giving them ultimatums in some cases, you know, saying I'm not going to put up with the karmic anymore, or you know, either you know, like some of them are deciding to keep dating and see what's out there for them, for example. And the feminine is like, you know what, you know that I'm the one for you. You've even said that you love me. You know that I'm perfect for you. So I don't know why you keep messing around looking for that perfect person for you when, like, I'm right here. So in those cases, that's what I'm looking into tonight, is how those masculines truly feel about those feminines, that they are snubbing, you know, that they're digging in their heels and they're saying, no, I'm not going with you. I'm not going that direction. Those are the ones I'm looking into right now. So if that's you, then I'm about to explain what's going on there as best I can. I don't understand it. I really don't. When I hear some of these stories, I'm just like, how could these guys not be wanting? And by guys, I mean even girls, you know, that are the masculines. But my laundry's done. But it's like, how can they have, you know, and I don't mean to judge, but it's just like, how can they have this perfect thing for them? And all their friends and family and everybody are like, it's so perfect for you. Go for it, you know. And they got all green lights in every way, and they're letting their feminines go. They're just like happy dating, you know, and the feminines are actually going out there dating and meeting these really cool guys. And it's just like, why would you sabotage yourself in that way? You know, why would you have such a great thing and just throw it away? Do you know what kind of regret that's going to cause years from now when she, you know, marries somebody else? And yeah, I just heard some of you even be like, well, good, he could give her so much more than I could. No, because she loves you. She picked you. She wanted you. You would have made her happy. And you could be thinking, oh, well, I would have disappointed her somehow in some way anyway, because I always mess up everything. Eeyore, hello. You have the chance at one of the most incredible things that could ever happen in your life. Something you've been wanting to happen for many, many, many lifetimes, perhaps. You got a chance to feel what it's like to be like really blissed out in a connection and feel like be a power couple. Are you just going to hide under a rock now? Go settle for some person that you know is well beneath you? Because it's easy? Oh, God, it just seems so stupid. It just seems so stupid. It's like, come on. All right, so enough of the lecturing. So we have ourselves a situation here. The dog will not go downstairs. She's afraid to go downstairs. She had to go to the bathroom, and then I took her out, and then she didn't pee, and she didn't poo. So then I brought her back in, and now she wants to go downstairs, but she can't because she's scared. Symbolic, perhaps? Now she's going to wander around, and you're going to hear her just walking around because she's like frustrated that she can't talk herself even into going down the stairs. Coincidence that happened during this video? I think not. So if you hear her walking around and pacing, I am just absolutely going to ignore it because she had her chance. She had like 5 chances. So I've told her she better just lay down because I got work to do. And I'm not gonna, I've already spent like 25 minutes on this. I paused the video to spend 25 minutes on a very fickle dog. It ended up doing absolutely nothing. All right. All right. Where are these masculines at that are completely digging in their heels, refusing to be with their feminines, refusing to acknowledge their connection? Oh. It's actually kind of cute. Okay. Interesting. Of course, this is at the bottom of the deck. I'm dying right now. This is the unrequited love card. Some see this as the unrequited love card, but believe me, that is not what it is, people. Because the opposite meaning of this card means like he's sitting there dissatisfied, right? He's stubborn as hell, sitting there completely unsatisfied with his life. Look at him with his little arms crossed. I will not accept that cup. And guess what that cup is? That is a gift from God. God itself, God himself, is offering up this masculine a cup from a cloud, and he's still stubborn as hell, just sitting there, dissatisfied, and staring at those 3 of cups. Why don't those 3 of cups want me? I want those 3 of cups. Where God's like, but I have the ultimate prize for you. I am trying to give to you. And he's like, I don't want my prize. I want those 3 cups. See that? Look at him. Look at him, right? So hilarious. This came up at the bottom of the deck. But the other side of this meaning of this card means that he actually finally sees that it's a gift from God. He finally acknowledges how much that cup means to him. He's in touch with his feelings and he says, thank you, God. Please let me take this cup and drink from it many, 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 many times. Coupled with this guy over here in the negative. So if this guy's in the negative, me, I refuse. I'm only gonna This guy over here is like Mr. Control Freak. I will only do what pleases me, and the time that I shall be pleased, I will only do what is okay with my pride and my ego. I will not let my ego be bruised. Yeah. You just sit there. Just sit there. Completely unsatisfied. Pretend we're happy. Yeah, this guy's over here. Trying to totally control the situation. If I wasn't the one taking the lead, I'm not having anything to do with it. I'm not the one. Right? So you have the control freak and the guy who's ignoring a gift from God. But on the opposite side, you see that this guy does finally take the gift from God. He finally acknowledges it for what it is. What does this guy do? Becomes a husband. This is a grounded, mature, stable man. He feels like a man. He's stepping into his manhood. He's taking control of his life in a positive way. He's feeling abundant. He's the guy with the Midas touch. He can make anything happen. You have to be in this mentality to see that this is the gift from God. This guy's got to be in his power, sitting on his throne, and he's husband material. He's a freaking catch. But he has to know this in order to accept that gift from God. So awfully funny that would show up at the bottom of the deck. I just can't believe it. All right, so this is in his thoughts. Vacillating back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Being a player. The players do that. Players lie, cheat, steal, manipulate, sneak around. Some of these masculines are having affairs with their feminines, and the feminines are like up to here with it. They're like, no, I do not want to be hidden anymore. I'm the love of your life. What are you doing? You cannot keep ignoring this and staying in these uncomfortable situations because you don't have enough courage to leave the situation and empower yourself. So they go back and forth and back and forth. I love you so much. I love you more than I've ever loved anybody in my life. I have more passion with you than I've ever felt. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then he's all looking backwards going, oh, I hope I don't get caught because this is the most incredible thing that's ever happened, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I can sneak away. Maybe I don't have to make a big deal of it. Maybe I can just kind of sneak out of my marriage, or I can sneak out of my relationship. No, you have to have the courage. Got to have the courage and get the hell out of there. Get out of this vacillating back and forth energy, even if you have to take a road trip to make it happen. Some of these guys are wanting to take a road trip so they can like valiantly show up for her and surprise her. This is also a surprise card, things that are hidden. This is also a card about strategy. So strategizing on how he can step into his bravest courage and come balance the situation out with his feminine. She's run away, or he's run away. So he's trying to balance that situation out, come up with the courage to do something about this hidden situation. In his heart, he is clear about his ultimate truth. And his ultimate truth is that he has the most incredible connection he has ever known with this person. And it makes him want to love himself. It makes him want to nurture himself. It makes him feel abundant. It makes him feel hopeful, like he can do anything. It makes him feel like he's got something to cherish and hold on to that's very, very dear. This is in his heart. Feel how soft his heart is. His heart is tickled. He can't get her off of his mind. This is the guy who's completely snubbing her. Remember the beginning? He loves her. He loves him. He wants to love himself. That's the clarity he's come to, is that this is the most incredible connection. He's like, this must be past life connected, because it's so deep. And he wants to cut away whatever is holding them back in his heart space. He wants to be the mature, grounded match for the King of Pentacles. This is the Queen of Pentacles. He knows that they're perfect for each other. Maybe in some ways, he feels like he's incapable of being that grounded, mature person who loves himself. So he's putting that sword to her. Don't you get too close to me. Don't you get too close. You know? But she's like, oh, come on. Look at this sweet connection we have. You know? And he deep inside really wants to give that bouquet to her. He really does. His action space. Burm, burm, burm. He's been burned. He really regrets getting involved in the karmic situation. It feels like most of them, if not all of these guys who are snubbing, are in or were in a karmic situation they deeply regret. And they want a new beginning. They feel passionate about this feminine. They have a lot of hope in it. They know that once the secrets come out, they're going to have a brand new life. And they're thinking, like, they're really assessing everything. They've pulled back. They've gotten the break they needed by being really like cutthroat about it and be like, I don't want you. It's kind of like the dog that follows you home and you have to be kind of mean to it to make it go away for a minute so you could have a breather. But then you're like eating dinner and you're feeling really bad that dog's out there starving. And you're like, oh, I better go see if that dog's okay. It's like he's pulled back away and he's assessing the situation. He got a breather. He scared her off enough. He was mean enough to her to make her back off. He didn't give in to her ultimatum and he was like all stubborn. So now he's sitting back looking at the situation thinking, well, how much money do I have? You know, if I did get all in, if I were to leave the current situation or if I were to actually do this, what would be the risk? He's taken a good look at the situation, taken a look at the money, the potential loss, the potential gain, really analyzing the situation and even taking a look at the past regrets and disappointments he's had with her. And how it's been a karmic pattern. It's like, how long am I going to stay a people pleaser? How long am I going to put money as my priority? How long am I going to be miserable, keeping that new beginning from me when it's right there and I've just broken her heart and spilled all her cups? I just hurt her so bad. And what I really want is to turn around and look at those 2 of cups that are still left. That's true love right there that he's not even looking at. He's not even looking at it. Because he's all dwelling on the regrets and disappointments of the past, both with his feminine and with the karmic, you know, having chosen the karmic person or whatever in some cases. But all he's got to do is turn around and he would see those 2 of cups he still has, that true love he still has. And he would see that he has a new beginning still. He could have this new beginning. So he's back assessing the situation, thinking, if I get into this, I gotta be all completely in. So he's thinking long and hard about completely and fully investing in the situation. And he knows that it's going to be risky, and he knows that it's going to take some serious boundaries. He knows it's going to take sacrifice. But he's being called into that man he's becoming. He's becoming a man. And he knows if he doesn't do this, he's going to beat himself up forever about being a coward and not stepping up and being the man he's being called to be. This is do or die, you know. This is like, how long am I going to sit in this situation and just let her get away? He doesn't want to procrastinate any longer. He wants to speak his truth to his feminine, the real truth, not what he's hiding and lying about, not the denial. He wants to cut his karmic away if he's still with one. If he says that he's chosen the karmic, He wants to cut her away. He was just buying more time, basically. He really wants to cut her away and end that part of his life. He wants it destroyed. He wants to start from scratch again with somebody he really wants to put his bets on. He's really assessed the situation, and he knows that his feminine is a far better person for him. He knows it with clarity. He knows it with confidence. He's ready to cut her away. He's ready to have some really healthy boundaries with this person. And he's willing to take a risk on this new person, on his feminine. He's willing to start fresh again. He wants a clean slate. He wants a do-over. He wants to let this all burn to the ground. What he created built on falsity, on false security, on lies, manipulation, telling himself that he was willing to settle for that. Self-sabotaging himself. He's done with that. This isn't his actions. He's done. Or it's his overall current space. And the Scorpio full moon is partially to thank for that, because they come to their ultimate truth and they're just like, nope, done. I want it burnt to the ground. Now, all of this, mind you, is not being expressed to the divine feminine. She does not know this is going on. She's home crying, drinking, overeating, giving up on men altogether, or out there rebelliously dating, maybe sleeping around or doing whatever she can to do to cope, while he's just keeping this all a secret, that he wants this new beginning ultimately with this person. So behind the scenes, he's kicking that karmic person off of the wheel for better. Did you guys see me shuffle? I shuffled. He knows once he gets that devil out of his life, that temptation out of his life will become so much more lucky, and he will be bringing in the cash. He will have so much more luck financially and every other way if he takes a chance on true love. And he knows that deep inside, he knows that. And this is coming in the future. He's kicking this person to the curb. He's standing up. He's being a man. He's going after his ultimate dream, and he's going to balance the situation out with his feminine somehow, some way. He's tired of this karma haunting him. This is the monkey on his back. It could be addictions. It could be being codependent. It could be being a people pleaser. It could be his insecurities and fears. But damn if he's going to let it keep him back from the love of his life. And he's already just completely destroyed her. Completely destroyed her by doing this to her. By telling her he chooses another life when it was obviously such a lie. And he's working really hard behind the scenes. Look at that. He's even maybe distracting himself with work. I'll just work really hard and build up all this money thinking that that's going to somehow make the divine feminine happy. It's not, you guys. It's not. The divine feminine doesn't care how much money you have. That's what makes her so incredible. Your karmic, she cared about that. Your divine feminine, she doesn't care. She doesn't care. She's just sitting there in this abundant space as this queen. She is like all four queens. She's every woman. She's everything that you've ever wanted in someone. And yes, you're afraid to hurt her. Yes, you're afraid to somehow screw this up. And you're saving money in the background, having scared her off and snubbed her. And she's, you know that she's everything you've been looking for, and you're willing to make an effort with her. And you're trying so hard. You're just mulling it over, wanting to create a new beginning with her and kick this person the hell out of your life. There are so many unhappy married people out there. If your kid is over 5 years old, they are emotionally developed enough to learn how to self-soothe. They're going to be okay if you leave. So don't use it as an excuse to stay away from the person that you love the most. Don't wait 2 years till your kid is, say 16, and you're going to wait till 18. Think about what you're teaching your kids. You're going to stay in a miserable situation, in a miserable marriage. Or if you're not in a marriage, what you're going to just stay a prisoner to your fears. Just stay a prisoner the rest of your life. That's not going to work. Change always happens. Cycles always happen. Things always end. But the thing is it going to be too late? because now you've broken your feminine's heart yet again, probably who knows how many times. There's only so many times that she's going to be able to get up the strength to try again with you, or to love you again and to put her bet on you again when you just keep shutting her out. So as a side note, this is the craziest thing, because this is, these masculines can be in such denial. It's like, it's kind of unreal. I mean, they're lying to themselves and lying to everybody, and they're hiding because they're so afraid of their feelings. But you know what? Secretly, they're determined and passionate to have this new beginning with this person they know can last the rest of their lives. They're twin flame. Hey, baby girl. They're like, this is my true love. This is the person that can last forever with me. I can be honest and vulnerable and totally real with her. And he's like passionate about that, and he's determined, and he is going to make it happen no matter what, even if he has to show up on their wedding day and be the one who says, no, I can't let it happen. But by then, this loving, beautiful woman that you love with all your heart is going to be getting married to another man because the other man showed up. He was brave enough to take the risk already. And he's not in denial, and he's not refusing. He's not lying to himself, and he's not lying to her and being mean to her, trying to push her away. He's like, you know what? That man she's about to marry is like, he was scared too. Trust me, he's been crushed too. But he had the balls. He had the balls to go after your girl. And he's probably going to have her. And once divine feminines commit to a guy, they're very faithful. So, but these masculines, they want to partner up with their feminine. They want success and victory. They want to have felt like they did it. This is them feeling totally determined to have their success and victory over the situation, to collaborate with her, to say, okay, let's talk about this. How can we make that happen? How can we work as a team together? How do we partner up? And how do I get out of my marriage? Or how do I get out of the situation? It's like them working together to make it happen, or agreeing that once they are together, they're going to have to deal with a lot of stuff perhaps. And how can they come up with a strategy on how to make that happen and how to work together as a team to make that happen? So there's a lot going on behind the scenes, girls, if you're watching this. A lot going on behind the scenes, and they really do want to be with you. They're getting divorces. And at this point, if these guys are snubbing you, you probably don't care. You're like, finally, well, good for you. Congratulations, but you've really crushed me. So, and then he's going to want to have justice in that situation to make it right. He's going to want to make up for treating you like that. Will it be too late? Who knows? But he's going to want to heal the situation. He does know that you're his ultimate happy family with all the money, abundance, opportunities, everything that you guys have ever wanted. And he's going to want to rush into it. Look at that guy. That's the guy that shows up when she's getting married. No. He's going to almost let his life slip away right through his fingers. That's the wifey card. He's going to let his wife slip away and just come rushing in at the end like that. But he still has a chance. You still have a chance. If you're a masculine and you're watching this, you got a chance to heal this. You can break up. This is like when you break up, this is the breakup card. When you break up, you're going to be very, very happy that you did. You're going to be relieved. You're going to be celebrating. Both of these are healing cards. A lot of healing can happen if you guys man up and do it. Go after what you want. This person that you love, go after what you want. Don't let anything stand in the way. Nothing in the past, nothing in the present. There are no obstacles in your way, but in your head. That's what this card depicts too. Realizing that everything that's been keeping you back has just been unnecessary worry. You're free. You're free like that little kid. You can do anything you darn well want to. It's time to get empowered. It's time to do what you truly want. Be that valiant knight that shows up before she's gone. Tell her the truth. Tell her you want her to be your happy family. Apologize for lying right to her face and acting like she wasn't the one that you wanted. Speak your truth. Even if you have to get drunk to do it. You know, some people have to text their truth. But do it. And you will heal the situation. You don't want to regret this. And feminines, I'm not saying, hold out for the guy who's snubbing you. But if they snub you, it's time to move on, obviously. You guys aren't wanting to hold on to that anyway. It's broken your heart completely. But try to see it from a different perspective if you can. Try to forgive him. Wish him well. Say goodbye. It's the healthiest thing to do whenever they do this. Be free, be abundant, be happy. He'll just continue to watch you. He'll continue to spy on you from the bushes. He'll watch you get married, in some instances. And yeah, it'll be sad, but the man who shows up for you, he deserves you. The masculine that snubbed you also deserves you. He just doesn't know it. He's just tricked his own head. He's playing a mind game with himself. But this situation can transform and can move forward very quickly if there's some honesty, if the betrayal stops, and if he gets the guts to offer something up, something tangible, some kind of commitment, offer his love, get the ball rolling, admit his feelings to her, take her out on a date, get rid of that karmic person, obviously admit that he loves her. The situation can turn around. I wouldn't hold up hope. I just wouldn't, But I don't know. It's a good time for a heart check. If there's been that snubbing, feminines, if your masculine has snubbed you, I'm really sorry. I know that it's got to be crushing, and they know it too, and it makes them feel even worse about themselves. That they have so much pride and ego that they would lie right to your face. Masculines, integrity. That's all I got to say about that situation. Check your heart. Become more self-aware. Know what you're feeling. What is deserving? You think some other guy is more deserving of your girl? Seriously? She loves you. She's been completely devoted to you. She hasn't even been able to date other guys until you completely broke her heart. Now she has no other choice. I'm just saying, ultimate heart check here. This may seem a little bit harsh, but, hopefully this can be your wake-up call. Treat your woman with respect. Don't let some other guy get her. Be honest. Be truthful. Live in your integrity, or you're going to regret it. And I'm just saying that from experience. I've seen the masculines really regret. Kind of wimping out. So, of course, you could go on sticking your head in the sand and acting like you don't like this person like you do. You could do that. That's fine too. Ultimately, life has its way of working things out. But I can pretty much guarantee that you're not going to find another girl like her. So if I were you, I would do something. And I would do something quick. All right. Thanks for listening. Hope this helped somebody out there. All right. Bye, guys.